For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first official bit of footage, bit of news about Stranger Things Season 5 has finally released. Oh my god, this has taken way too long. And look, I know that obviously there were the strikes and everything and things got delayed, but seriously? We waited 3.5 years for an 8 episode season of a show. That is ridiculous. So let me just get into the main issue that I have right now, and that is Netflix doing this Volume 1, Volume 2 thing. So, Season 4, of course, it being split into 2 volumes worked very, very well. I mean, that was insane. They released the first 7 episodes, of course, as part of Volume 1, and I believe that was the end of May. I think it was like the 27th or 28th of May, something like that. And then the next part was like the 1st of July or something like that, which were the last 2 episodes. And that works really well because if you don't remember or if you weren't a part of the Stranger Things fandom back then, when episodes 8 and 9 released, Netflix literally crashed. The show broke Netflix. That season broke Netflix because of how many people were going to watch season 4. And I am very comfortable in saying that I think season 4 is the best season. But yeah, that was a solid, really, really solid season. Not perfect, of course, but very, very good. And then the hype for season 5 was so real back then. And then it just sort of died down. I mean, it's been 3 years, so there's that. But now, volume 2 of season 4 was, obviously, well, those 2 episodes were delayed because they had to, finish up the CGI and stuff because they were going to spend a lot of time in the Upside Down. Here they have no excuse. They have absolutely no excuse. Now they are just doing it to piss us off. And you look at the release schedule, the 26th of November is when we're going to get the first, I believe it's the first 4 episodes. I could be wrong. I believe it's the first 4 episodes. That's the 26th of November. Then Christmas Day, literally a month later, we're going to get the next 3 episodes. That is a month. A month. And in that time, the hype just dies down. I don't know why they do this. That is why I hate watching shows that air 1 week, like 1 week per episode. It's so annoying because you just, like, you gotta get back into that world, back into that mood. So, a month will really just break us. And then, Christmas Day, obviously, a very important day. Everyone's going to be busy on that day. So, really, people will only have time maybe in the night if they don't have, like, some sort of special supper or anything, with family members. Or, of course, if you're just chilling at home, then you can watch it at night. But most of us will probably have to watch it the next day. And then the last episode is a week later on New Year's Eve. What the hell is wrong with you, Netflix? Now, look, this final episode, it's probably going to be longer than the season 4 finale, I assume. I mean, that was like, what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I think? That episode was a movie. It was a movie. And I think that this is going to be even longer than that episode. So this is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I really don't know why they split it into 3 volumes. That has just pissed me off beyond belief. But anyway, moving on. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that we have some news on Stranger Things Season 5. This is going to be the end of this show. And that is just insane to me because I can't imagine how it must feel for people who watched this show since the beginning. I mean, I didn't even start watching this show because of interest. I watched it at the end of 2021 during December, because that was the second wave of COVID, and Spider-Man No Way Home was obviously about to release, and I was 100% sure that cinemas were going to be closed. So my solution to staying off the internet and avoiding spoilers was to spend my time watching Stranger Things. So that is actually how I got into Stranger Things. I know you don't care, but I don't know, I just brought it up. So yeah, there's that. And then of course season 4 was just absolute hype. But the trailer for season 5, or this first trailer at least, was questionable to say the least, because the first it's 2 minutes. The first minute is just showing clips from the previous seasons. We get like one shot of Will and Joyce talking, which obviously I'm gonna have to rewatch the entire show by the time this season comes out. But they flash back to the flickering lights, Will going missing, them searching for him, even when they meet Eleven and stuff like that. Great scenes. And season 1 is underrated. But when we look at the new scenes, there's this shot of Joyce holding an axe, which I believe this is meant to be the same axe, or at least it is a callback to her holding the axe when with the whole flickering light scene in season 1. That was really good. Probably one of my favorite scenes of the entire show, honestly. But yeah, you got a couple characters here in the sort of barn area, and I don't know what this could be. Honestly, I think it could, honestly, it could be the Demobats, it could be the Demogorgon. I don't think it's Vecna, because according to the synopsis which was released for this season, Vecna has gone missing. No one knows where Vecna is. The group, apparently they need everyone together one last time, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning style, and no one knows where Vecna is. So that's going to be really interesting. There's this shot of Karen Wheeler and Holly. Now, look, when I glanced at this quickly, I thought that Holly was Nancy, because that casting is amazing. I don't know what it is, but I know this is a different actress playing Holly than in the previous seasons. But damn, she really looks like Natalia Dyer. I actually did think it was her for like a split second, but then I paused it, I looked at it, I was like, okay, no, that's not her. But yeah, obviously now the Upside Down is bleeding into our world, so who knows what is at the door. I doubt it's Vecna. I think it is going to be a Demogorgon, very similar to season 1, where the Demogorgon is just going to create a portal, a gateway, sorry, and just kidnap Holly. I don't know where this whole thing about kidnapping Holly came from. I don't know why fans have come up with this. I'm not that invested in the Stranger Things theories and things like that. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen, honestly. Either that or Ted's dying. If Ted dies, then I'm giving this season a 0 out of 10. Which, by the way, they better kill off characters here. That was my main problem with season 4, is they did not kill a single person. Eddie doesn't count, because everyone with half a brain cell knew he was going to get killed. Why? They didn't kill anyone. This cast is way too big. We have a shot of Max in a coma state, obviously. I feel like it would just be so cool. I know people have already said this, but I feel like it would be so cool to have Vecna control her. Like that running up that hill sequence, that was in Vecna's head. How about now, if Vecna enters Max's head? And since Max is clearly just absent, no one, we don't know where her consciousness is, what if he possesses her? That would be so freaking cool. But yeah, you can see, obviously, Lucas is still by her side. Unfortunately, she's definitely going to wake up at some point. Look, no hate to Max, but I need characters to die, guys. Just don't kill Nancy. Don't kill Nancy, please. No, please, that's the love of my life. You get that iconic duo, obviously, Henderson and Henderson and Harrington. Oh god, Steve and Dustin together is just, they're brilliant, honestly. And yeah, you can see they are in the Upside Down. I can't really pinpoint where this could be. It could be any building. Then there's this shot of Elle like blocking her ears and screaming, and you can see Hopper is there too. And I don't know what this could be. It's clearly something very painful. I think Vecna probably is in her mind, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. The power levels of the Stranger Things characters really vary. You know, they can go from being absolutely useless to I will literally break your bones and pop your eyeballs. That's the it varies, man. This is such an awesome shot. It is like a wall of the tentacles of the Upside Down. That is such a badass shot. Clearly, there's something in this scene. Either it's going to be a fake out, which I mean, I hope not. Stranger Things doesn't really seem like the type of show that would do that. But yeah, Mike obviously going to be here. I hope they kill off Mike. I I hope they do kill off Mike. He was sickening in season 4. But yeah, I feel like they need to bring back the fear of the Demogorgons, because in season 4, the Demogorgon was kind of just the Russian thing, you know. Which, by the way, it is still my headcanon that the Demogorgon at the end of season 4, you know, the one that Hopper kills, it's my headcanon that that is the same one from season 1. So I'm just saying that's what I think, because that makes that moment way cooler to me. There's literally nothing stopping that from being possible. Now this, absolutely no clue as to what this could be, because there's clearly, I mean, it's orange, it's bright, it's probably something to do with fire or lava, because I actually don't know. I couldn't even begin to tell you what I think this is. I really don't. The only thing that like comes close is like that giant gateway at the end of season 3 or 2. It was 2 when Elle like levitated. That's the only thing that this reminds me of, but I genuinely don't know what this could be. I think maybe a lot of people are theorizing that it is going to be King Ghidorah. It's going to be a 3-headed dragon. I believe it was in the first episode when they were playing Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's called a Cecil Hydra. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, so you know, forgive me. But I don't know. That's the main thing that people are thinking of. But I don't think we need another monster. I know that we'll druid for Mike, but we don't need another monster. We have the Mind Flayer, we have Vecna, we have the Demogorgons, we have the Demo Bats. We could have Demo Dogs, you know. We don't know. So I really don't think we need another creature. This shot is fucking terrifying, by the way, and I know people don't like Noah Schnapp, right? And people are just immediately saying, "Oh my god, this is worse than Kal-El." No, it's not. Guys, look, I get it. You don't like the guy, but don't say that this is terrible acting. The delivery of him saying "run" is great. Okay, it's exactly what it should be. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean you have to slander his acting. Which, by the way, I would love to know what's actually happening in that scene. Is he going to be possessed again? Like in season 2? That would be interesting. But yeah, I really don't know, because there's clearly some sort of connection with him and Vecna. So, I don't know. I saw some people say that he's going to get Vecna'd. You know, he's going to get freaking broken up. But no, I doubt they would kill Wool. I mean, he was like barely relevant in season 4. I think you could remove him entirely and the season wouldn't change at all, which is crazy considering that he is the one that started this entire show. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much it, honestly. I'm quite happy with what we got from the Tudum panel, but come on, like 3 volumes, that is such rubbish. That's absolute garbage. I hate that. I really, really hate that. But honestly, it's whatever. You know, shit happens. It'll fly by, hopefully. So, yeah, I just need all of your guys' opinion on this. All your guys' opinions on this. What do you think about it being split into 3 volumes? Are you happy about that for some reason? Do you think it makes sense? And, you know, what did you think of the trailer? But most importantly, how long do you think that final episode will be? So, yeah, I think that is pretty much it. So, if you did enjoy this video, then please leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.